There are three types of feeling: pleasant feeling, painful feeling, neither painful nor pleasant feeling. There are three. So, how Buddha taught? Titincha bhikkhu bhikkhu Vedana su Vedana nupasi viharati. Bhikkhus or a bhikkhu avoids contemplating feelings as feeling. Ida bhikkhu bhikkhu Sukha va Vedana vidyamana Sukha Vedana vidyamiti pajanati. Dukkha va Vedana vidyamana Dukkha Vedana vidyamiti pajanati. Adukkha masukha va Vedana vidyamana Adukkha masukha Vedana vidyamiti pajanati. So three types. In this Buddha's dispensation, a bhikkhu avoids when experiencing pleasant feeling, he understands, I am experiencing pleasant feeling. When experiencing painful feeling, he understands, I am experiencing pleasant and painful feeling. When experiencing neither painful nor pleasant feeling, he understands, I am experiencing neither painful nor pleasant feeling. Neither painful nor pleasant feeling means neutral feeling only. Upekha. So, there are three types of feeling: pleasant feeling, painful feeling, and neither painful nor pleasant feeling. If you want to contemplate this contemplation of feeling, Vedana-nupassana, how you should practice? So there are very important three questions mentioned in commentary. Who feels? This is very important. No one feels any feeling. There is no one who feels any feeling. Then, whose is the feeling? Not of any being or any person. Owing to what is the feeling, there is the feeling. Owing to what, there is the feeling. How will you answer? Owing to the impingement of base and object, feeling arises. For example, now you are meditating diligently. If you sit for a long time, painful feeling here appears. This place is called Baddanta. In your Baddanta, there are many painful feelings. If you want to contemplate this painful feeling, how you should contemplate? First, you should already understand the whole body is composed with ultimate materiality. In other words, you must already discern ultimate materiality. Why? The teaching system you should try to understand. In Mahasri Prana Sutta, now we are discussing about Mahasri Prana Sutta. First section, first chapter is Kayanupassana. In Kayanupassana, Buddha taught number one, mindfulness of breathing, up to 4th jhana stage. Then, discerning ultimate materiality, discerning ultimate mentality, etc. Step by step Buddha taught. So, number one, you must discern. You must already discern ultimate materiality. Because of the impingement of base and object, feeling arises. So, you must first try base to understand base. Number two, you must try to understand object. For example, here in your Baddanta, there is painful feeling. You should try to understand base in that place. In that place, what base? First, you must try to discern 4 elements throughout the body. If you discern 4 elements throughout the body systematically, when your concentration develops further, you can see small particles or color bars. In this area, there are also many uncountable color bars, numerous color bars. Among these color bars, there is body transparent element or body decade color bars. These color bars, if you analyze each color bar, there are 10 types of materiality: earth element, water element, fire element, weight element, color, odor, flavor, nutritive acid, light faculty, and body transparent sensitivity or body transparent element. This is transparent because, like glass, it is transparent. So because of this reason, Buddha taught this is transparent sensitivity, body sensitivity or body transparent element. First, you should try this pace. If you can discern this pace, there are numerous these color bars. So if you analyze these color bars, you can see this pace. First, you must discern this pace. Then secondly, you should discern object. Why painful feeling here? There are tangible objects. Tangible objects are 3: earth element, fire element, weight element. Now, please try to touch. You can feel hardness, roughness, heaviness, or softness, smoothness, lightness. This is earth element. You can feel heat or coldness. This is fire element. You can feel pushing and supporting. This is weight element. These 3 elements are tangible objects. But flow and cohesion you cannot feel by touching, because they are not the object of touching consciousness. They are the object of mind consciousness. So you cannot feel cohesion and flowing. But these 3 objects are tangible objects. Among these 3, one element may be in excess. For example, hardness may be in excess, or heat may be in excess, or pushing may be very strong. If you carefully discern, then you can see this strong, powerful element. When that element gets to the body sensitivity, body base, or body transparent element, then because of this impingement, painful feeling appear here. But if you do not understand here ultimate materialities and cannot discern color bars, or cannot analyze color bars and cannot see ultimate materiality. In the same way, if you cannot discern the object, if there are a group of small particles, among these particles maybe earth element may be very strong and exact. When it's impinged to that body transparent element, at that time painful feeling may appear, or because of heat painful feeling may appear, or because of pushing painful feeling may appear. These 3. So this object also you cannot discern. Base also you cannot discern. If you contemplate feeling as feeling, this is just superficial. This is one reason. Another reason is when you are contemplating feeling, you should not contemplate only feeling. Feeling alone cannot arise. Feeling arises with associated mental formations together. So, when you are paying attention in this area, according to Abhidhamma, Siddhanta Susila explained body-do cognitive process. In body-do cognitive process, number 1, phyto-adverting consciousness. Number 2, body consciousness. Number 3, receiving consciousness. Number 4, investigating consciousness. Number 5, decision consciousness. Deciding consciousness. Number 6, from up to 30. This is up to 12. This is 7 impulsion, my movements. 7 impulsion, after 7 impulsion, join up my movements. Then there may be 2 regions starring my movements. So, according to this series, they are always rising. They do not jump from one to another. This is Chitta Niyama, the law of consciousness. They never change this series. So, if you want to do some painful feeling, then you should try this series first. This is number 1. In each mind moment, there are different associated mental formations, especially number 1, Hydro adverting consciousness mind moment. There are 11 types of mental patterns. In body consciousness mind moment, there are at least 8 types. There are 8 types of mental patterns. Number 1, body consciousness. Number 2, contact, phasa. Number 3, Vedana, feeling. Number 4, sanya, perception. Number 5, volition, chirana, volition. Number 6, ekagata, one-pointedness. Number 7, life faculty, life faculty. Number 8, manasikara, attention. Altogether, there are 8 types of mental factors. Among these 8 types, there's feeling first, Vedana. That Vedana is painful feeling. That painful feeling always arises together with associated mental formations. But only one mind moment, this is painful feeling. If I do a divine consciousness mind moment preceding body consciousness mind moment, there is only neutral feeling, neither painful nor pleasant feeling. After body consciousness mind moment, there is receiving mind moment. And that receiving mind moment, there is always neutral feeling. And after that, there may be investigating mind moment. That investigating mind moment, there is sometimes neutral feeling, sometimes pleasant happiness feeling. And deciding decision consciousness mind moment, there is always neutral feeling. Embarrassing mind moment, depending on right attention, yoniso manasikara, or unwise attention, ayoniso manasikara, there may be wholesome jhanas or unwholesome jhanas. If they are wholesome jhanas, there may be happy, pleasant feeling or neutral feeling only. So, painful feeling is only one mind moment. Not every mind moment, according to along this cognitive process, throughout this cognitive process. So, if you want to understand only painful feeling, it is not enough. If you understand only painful mind moment alone, it is not enough. Not enough means no, pain. You are nodding in this way the whole sitting. Then you understand only painful feeling only, not associated mental formations, no other feelings, happy feelings or neutral feelings. You will not understand. So this is not enough. So because of this reason, if you want to contemplate feeling, number 1, you must already have this ultimate materiality. Number 2, you must discern ultimate mentality thoroughly, according to 6-door cognitive process. At that time only, when really here painful feeling appear in your padat. At that time only you will understand in this area there is only ultimate materiality and ultimate mentality. because of the impingement of base and object. Painful feeling arises. At that time you will understand. So if you understand in this way, you can search for there who is feeling, who feels. There is no one who feels. There are only ultimate mentality and materiality. Who is feeling? Not of any being or not any person. Because of the impingement of base and object, feeling arises. So if you understand in this way, you can understand only ultimate materiality and mentality. There is no one who feels. There is no person who feels. There is no father, there is no mother, there is no I, there is no he, there is no she. Who feels this feeling? Only ultimate mentality and materiality. This is one. Another is, if you can see ultimate mentality and materiality thoroughly, they are, as soon as they rise, they pass away very, very quickly. At that time you will not see your buttock. There is no buttock. Buttock. Only ultimate mentality and materiality. There is no place. Feeling, depending on that place, feeling is rising. You can see only ultimate materiality and mentality. Because of the impingement of base and object. Here in this case, base is body, base. Object is maybe tangible objects. Element, fire element, and weight element. Because of these two, the impingement of these two, painful feeling arises together according to cognitive process, together with associated mental formations. If you understand in this way, then we can say, when experiencing painful feeling, he understands, I am experiencing painful feeling. At that time only you can understand this. In the same way, when you are feeling pleasant feeling, you will understand you are experiencing pleasant feeling. How you should try to understand. For example, now there are many meditators who can see Anapana Paripaga Nimitta. This is the Dhamma object. This object is called Dhamma. There are 6 types of objects: color, odor, flavor, kada, sound, smell, taste, tangible object, and Dhamma object. Among 6 objects, this Anapana Paripaga Nimitta is called Dhamma object, one type of Dhamma. So, if you can concentrate thoroughly on the Nimitta, and full absorption may rise. When full absorption arises, if you can maintain this full absorption up to 1 hour, 2 hours, etc., then you may feel very, very gentle, pleasant feeling. Okay? Who feels? This is problem. If you want to discern this pleasant feeling, if you want to contemplate this pleasant feeling, number 1, you must discern 4 elements systematically. If you practice 4 elements meditation systematically, you can see your body is composed with small particles, clusters. If you analyze these clusters, you can see ultimate materiality. So this is your body. Then at that time, if you had been practiced Anapana jhana up to 4th jhana, while you are discerning jhana factors, you can already discern mind of you already see. So this is an important point. Another is here Nimitta, Anapana Paripaga Nimitta. When Anapana Paripaga Nimitta appear in your mind, not impingement, appear only. Appear in your mind, then you can discern five jhana factors clearly. Because of this reason, Buddha says, Maneja, Pateja, Dhameja, Upajati, Manovinyana. Mana, this is mind. Depending on mana and object, object is Anabana Bhagavat Nimitta. Depending on mind and object, mind consciousness arises together with five jhana factors. So you can clearly see this is because of the impingement or because of the meeting of these two objects. Your mind is Dhamma object. Because of the meeting of these two objects, five jhana factors clearly you can see. If you can discern five jhana factors clearly in five jhana, there are 34 mental factors. You have, maybe Sister Susila already calculated. Among these 34, there is feeling. That feeling is somanasa, happy feeling, pleasant feeling. But that pleasant feeling arises not alone. It arises together with associated mental formations. How many mental formations? In five jhana there are 34 mental formations together with happy feeling or pleasant feeling. So, if you can discern this ultimate mentality, then again you must discern ultimate materiality, especially heart-based. Depending on heart-based, these jhana dhammas arise in the place of pointer. When jhana dhammas are rising and passing away successfully for 1 hour, 2 hours, at the time Bhuenga mind state stops. When you emerge from jhana, at the time Bhuenga mind state appear again. So, to discern these jhana dhammas, 34 jhana dhammas, you should try to discern heart-based also. The heart-based arises as heart decade kalamba, not alone. In that small particular heart decade kalamba, if you analyze, then you can see 10 types of materiality. Earth element, water element, fire element, wind element, color, odor, flavor, nutritive acid, and life faculty and heart phase. Altogether 10 materialities, 10 types of materialities. You should try to discern these 10 types of materialities also. And then you should emphasize heart phase. Then again, please try to enter into five jhana again, taking Anabana Bhagavat Nimitta. That's object. Imagine from five jhana you should try to discern this, maybe emphasizing feeling. Because now you are trying to contemplate feeling. So that there is happy feeling. That happy feeling is in jhana mind moment. In excess concentration mind moment. So according to cognitive process, number 1 is mind and body consciousness mind moment. There are 12 mental factors. Among 12, feeling is neutral feeling only. Then there may be parikama, preliminary concentration, ubachara, nivahu concentration, anuloma, adaptability concentration, kudrabu, cutting lineage of waddling concentration. They only jhana mind moments. Successfully for a long time, they will arise and pass away. So in these mind moments, all are associated with happy, pleasant feeling. But this pleasant feeling is always associated with associated mental factors. Altogether there are 34. Many times for a long time they are rising and passing away. If you can discern in this way, at that time only, we can say you understand painful feeling, pleasant feeling as pleasant feeling. But when you are discerning painful feeling or pleasant feeling, in some mind moments there is neutral feeling also, neither painful nor pleasant feeling. So at that time only we can say you understand feeling. So because of this reason, Buddha when a bhikkhu experiencing a pleasant feeling, he understands I am experiencing pleasant feeling. When experiencing painful feeling, he understands I'm experiencing pleasant feeling. When experiencing neither painful nor pleasant feeling, he understands I'm experiencing neither painful nor pleasant feeling. So in this way we can say it. But when you are contemplating this feeling, if you see the place, oh, my shoulder is very painful, my back pain is very painful, my buttock is very painful. In this way, if you understand, then we can say you are not discerning ultimate mentality and materiality. Just superficially you are discerning your feeling only. So if you want to discern ultimate mentality, materiality clearly, then at that day you should try emphasizing feeling. Feeling in every moment. If you get discern feeling in every moment, then you should try to increase another one. For example, consciousness, feeling, 2. Then consciousness, phasa, contact, 3. Consciousness, phasa, Vedana, feeling, 3. Then consciousness, phasa, Vedana, senya, perception, 4. In this way, slowly you must try to discern every moment. Slowly increase one by one, up to 34. At that only you will understand ultimate materiality, ultimate mentality only. But this is not enough. After that, after discerning ultimate mentality and ultimate materiality, you must try again discern their causes. At that time you must try to understand dependent origination. After that only you must contemplate this ultimate mentality and material and their causes as anicca, dukkha, anatta. Ultimate mentality, ultimate materiality and their causes are called formations, sankharas. These sankhara formations you must contemplate as anicca, dukkha, anatta. Sabbe sankhara anicca. All formations are anicca, impermanent. Everything is impermanent. Sabbe sankhara dukkha. All formations are dukkha. What is dukkha? This dukkha is very wide meaning. I want to explain a little bit more. Do is maybe reversible, but you do not like reversible. But Buddha says do is reversible. Kochita, reversible. Ka is space. Space means here in this case very wide meaning. Very wide meaning means in this case full of whiteness. Whiteness means here if you pay attention to ultimate materiality, as soon as they rise, they pass away. They change to whiteness. If space, if you touch, can you touch space? No, whiteness, there's nothing. In the same way, there in this ultimate mentality, there's nothing. They are reversible only. There's nothing means there's no permanent nature. There's no happiness, sukha. There's no beauty, subha. There is no self, atta. They are voidness, void of nature, void of sukha, void of subha, void of atta. They are nothing. So as soon as they rise, they pass away very, very quickly. So they are reversible. Because of this reason, Buddha gave this name dukkha. Another meaning is always they are oppressed by rising and passing away. Because of this reason, they are dukkha. Maybe now you are, there are some meditators who are entering into jhana. When they are entering into jhana, they feel happiness, sukha. But this sukha also Buddha says dukkha. Why? Only standing face, this is sukha. After that they perish away. It becomes dukkha. So even jhana dhammas also Buddha gave dukkha. Why? They are also always oppressed by rising and passing away. For a long time you can maintain your jhana concentration 1 hour, 2 hours. But if you can see ultimate materiality within this 1 hour, 2 hours, they are successfully arising in passing away many times. So if they are, as soon as they arise, they pass away quickly. Can we say this is Sukha? We cannot say it disappears. We want to say it disappears. We want to say it disappears. Not standing for a long time, not existing for a long time. So because of this reason, jhana dhammas also in other words they are Sukha, it is true. But only existing place they are Sukha. When they perish away, they are becoming Dukkha. So because of this reason, you must contemplate them as nature as well as Dukkha. And then there is no permanent entity, no permanent substance in them. So they are anatta. So to understand clearly this meaning, commentary mentions one story. Chidila Babada. Chidila Babada monastery is in Sri Lanka, very famous monastery in ancient time. There are more than 20,000 arahats stay one time there. So many caves now still there. Natural caves, not artificial caves. More than 100 caves are there still now. So they are dwelling in these caves. Among these caves, there is one Mahathira. Mahathira is elder, they call. One day he was sick because of stomach problem, bowel problem, many problems, maybe what element is attacking inside too much. So he cannot sit for a long time and he sleep. While he is sleeping, Utsha, when it's attacking too much, so he is turning from one side to another. So at that time there is one attendant small young bhikkhu. Young bhikkhu asked, where is you are feeling, in which place painful feeling? In which place you are feeling painful feeling? Mahathira replied, there is no specially painful feeling. No specific place. This is very important. While you are contemplating feeling, if you see place, this is only just superficial, because you cannot penetrate ultimate materiality. That Mahathira says there is no specific, specially painful feeling. Why this painful feeling arises? Because of the impingement of base object. I am taking some type of object. Owing to taking some object, because of this object, when impinge the base, painful feeling is arising. In this way he explained. There is no specific place where painful feeling arising. If you understand in this way, you should endure. Endure is very, very good. Yes, I will endure. So in this way, so Mahathira tried to endure his sick. Then strong powerful went attack his bowel and caused injury right up to heart. Many intestines coming out from his bowel. Protruded out. Protruded out and lay in a heap on the bed. So at that time, Mahathira asked, is it enough? Injury. So young bhikkhu cannot say anything. At that time, he tried hard vipassana. Because that Mahathira is, he stayed in Chitala Pavada monastery more than 20 years, practicing Samatha Vipassana thoroughly, up to Sankharupaka Jnana stage. Then, before he was sick, at that time he must throw effort to bear this and to endure this sickness. At the time, with effort, energy is in excess. So because of this reason, concentration cannot concentrate well, because energy is in excess. So when the intestines protract out, at that time, painful feeling began less. And then at that time, effort also slowly less. At that time, effort, energy, and samadhi concentration became balanced. At that time, he this ultimate mentality, materiality, and their causes as nature to another. And then began raha with 4 types of analytical knowledge. Patisambhida. So for those who had been attained rahasya with 4 types of analytical knowledge, they had been practiced this samatha vipassana in previous Buddha's dispensation. Last night I had explained. They must fulfill 5 fetters. Among these 5 fetters, Pupa Yoga. Pupa Yoga means in previous Buddha's dispensation, they had already practiced samatha vipassana up to Sankharupaka jnana stage, the knowledge of equanimity towards formations. So in previous Buddha's dispensation, they had been practiced samatha vipassana up to Sankharupaka, the knowledge of equanimity towards formations. In his life also, in his last life also, he practiced samatha vipassana many times up to Sankharupaka jnana stage. He practiced 20 years, more than 20 years. So because of this reason, he always going from first insight knowledge up to Sankharupaka jnana stage, many times. But his insight is not yet mature. Because of this reason, he cannot attain rahasya. But on that day, his insight knowledge became mature. So he quickly attained rahasya. So if you want to contemplate feeling, you should emulate this example. This example means, my meaning is, you must try to understand ultimate materiality. This is one. Secondly, you must try to understand ultimate mentality. At that time only, you can understand feeling as feeling clearly. Because feeling cannot arise lonely. Feeling always arises with associated mental formations. This is one reason. Another reason is feeling arises according to cognitive process only. Without cognitive process, such type of feeling cannot arise. This is one reason. Another reason is because of the impingement of base and object, feeling arises. So you should try to understand base. You should try to understand object. Without understanding base and object, if you discern feeling, then it will be only just superficial. Without discerning associated mental formations with feeling, then this will be only just superficial. So because of this reason, if you want to understand or to contemplate feeling, then first you must try to discern ultimate mentality. Secondly, you should discern ultimate mentality. But this is not enough. Then you must contemplate their cause. You should try to discern their causes. And then you must contemplate them as anicca, dukkha, and anatta, systematically. At that time, you will realize feeling as feeling. Okay? Any question? Any question?
I have a pain in my back, but I didn't know it was so complicated.
No question?
How about emotional feeling? Like pleasant emotional feeling and painful emotional feeling? Is it the same process?
Same process. Same process, but if you want to understand the number one important thing is concentration. Because concentrated mind can understand the Dhammas as they really are. Without concentration, if you penetrate your body, you cannot see small particles. Although you may see small particles, but you cannot analyze them. because some meditators, according to their own way of practice, when they are practicing, occasionally they see these small particles, kalabas, but they cannot analyze because they do not understand how to discern four elements. Because they do not practice four elements meditation systematically. Because of this reason, when they see small particles, they do not understand ultimate materiality. They cannot discern ultimate materiality. So, at that time, because of the secondly, you must discern object, which produce emotional feeling. So, because of the impingement of base object, this emotional feeling arises. Maybe popular passage, Chakong, Chak, Padija, Rubeja, Ubejadi, Chakuwinyana, etc. In this way, Buddha taught. Dena Sengati, Pasam, Pasabicha, Vedana, etc. In this way, Buddha taught. Because of the impingement of base, kala object, then mind consciousness arises. The meeting of these three means I'm base, kala object, I'm consciousness. Because of meeting of these three, contact phasa arise. Because of phasa, feeling arise. So if you want to discern feeling, then according to this system you must try. In the same way, here, Sodinja, Padeja, Sadija, Obejadi, Sodavunyana. Number one is here, ear transparent element. Number two, sound object. When sound object impinge in that ear transparent element, Soda Vanyana, ear consciousness arise. Because of the meeting of these three phasa contact arise. Because of phasa there is maybe pleasant or unpleasant feeling arise, emotional or unemotional both arise. So because of this reason, number one, base is important to discern. Number two, object is very important to discern. Without understanding these two, if you contemplate feeling, then you will understand only just superficial. You cannot understand associated mental formations. Okay.
Venerable Sir, the atta or the self is not real, but are chittas and kalabas real? Ultimate materiality and mentality?
Say that.
Are chittas and kalabas real? The atta not real.
Maybe Cheda. Do you know Cheda consciousness?
Yeah.
Chedas and Kalabas.
Yes.
We do not say Kalabas are real, but we say only in each Kalabas there are ultimate materialities, they are real. But that real means impermanent real, not permanent real.
Yes.
There are two types of reality. Impermanent reality, impermanent reality. Permanent reality is only Nirvana. Cheda, consciousness, Chidisika, mental fetters, Rupa, materiality. These three are reality. When they are reality, when they arise at the time, reality, before perishing stage. From rising stage to perishing stage, at the time they are reality. But as soon as they arise, they pass away. So they are impermanent. So they are impermanent reality, dukkha reality, anatta reality, not other reality.
Then why are they arising and where are they arising from?
Please try to see here. Why? Feeling, stretching.
Mentality.
Mind, this is cause. In the same way, there are four types for Rupa materiality. Because of this reason, you must practice dependent origination to understand this main fundamental cause. For materiality, there are four causes. There are karma born materiality, mind born materiality, temperature born materiality, nutritive acid born materiality. Or mind produce, karma produce materiality, mind produce materiality, temperature produce materiality, and then nutritive acid produce materiality. There are four causes. If there is karma is there, karma produce materiality, will be present. When they, after arising, when they perish very quickly. In one of the Buddha taught, Rupam Bhikkhve anicca. Bhikkhu's Rupa is anicca. Yobi hedu, yobi vichya rupasa upadaya sobi anicca. There is cause and condition to arise Rupa. This cause and condition also nature and permanent. How Rupa can be permanent? Really it is also impermanent. Because karma, you understand. Karma, what is karma? Main factor is volition, chirana. In previous you had been accumulated chirana. That chirana, as soon as they rise, they pass away. They are impermanent. If cause is impermanent, because of this cause there comes a effect. How that effect can be permanent? Cannot be permanent. So because of cause is nature, effect also become nature. As soon as they rise, they pass away very, very quickly. In the same way, for mind, there are also different causes. Main fundamental cause is for resultant consciousness is previous karma. That karma is based on ignorance, craving, and clinging. You accumulate this karma based on ignorance, craving, and clinging. This karma also anicca. As soon as they rise, they pass away. They are anicca. But they left behind the energy or the karmic force. What is karmic force? But if you really penetrate this karmic force, then you will understand clearly. But now, by imagination, you may understand. I will explain. Now have you anger? No, now you no anger. But if someone attacks to you, then anger may arise. So we can say you have still anger. But that anger is not present. When there is any opportunity to rise, then anger will rise. Then if it is so, we can say, oh, you have your anger as a latent tendency following to your mentality, materiality process. We can say. In the same way, karmic force also nearly same. Whenever it will be get any opportunity, it will produce its result. When it become mature. But when it cannot get any opportunity, it cannot produce any result. What is opportunity? There are many opportunities. Now you may accumulate many wholesome dhammas as well as many unwholesome dhammas in this very life or in previous life. They are following after you like two arrows. Whenever they get any opportunity, they will produce this result. But when you began Sodapana, your knowledge will destroy all defilements which can be produced to reborn in woeful states. So among these unwholesome dhammas which can produce to be reborn in woeful states, your knowledge already destroyed. So karma finished at that time. So karma cannot produce any more result in four woeful states. If you become Skadagami, you may have any opportunity to come back to human world once only. If you become Anagami, then your Anagami knowledge will destroy completely all unwholesome dhammas and wholesome dhammas which can produce to be reborn in sensual plane, including Deva world. Your wholesome and unwholesome dhammas cannot produce any chance. There is no opportunity to produce their result to be reborn in this human world or Deva world or in four woeful states. But when you begin Arhat knowledge, your Arhat knowledge will destroy all defilements, because there is no defilements. All wholesome karmas and unwholesome karmas cannot produce anymore. They cannot get any opportunities. So when they get opportunity, they can produce. But when they get no opportunity, they cannot produce. All karmas are same like that. So because of this reason, many people usually in round or rebirth, because of ignorance or because of craving or because of clinging, they may accumulate wholesome or unwholesome dhammas, many. They are always following. But if they get opportunity, they can produce this result, their own result. But if they cannot get any opportunity, they will not produce any result.
Sir, where would you place light and sound? Light. Is it a rupa or where?
Light is now when you are practicing samatha vipassana, the light is appear.
Yeah.
This is also rupa. But that rupa is very subtle.
It's not mentioned in the kalapas.
Light. Mentioned kalapas. But this is very subtle. When you are discerning, when you are contemplating ultimate mentality, materiality, and their causes as nature dukkha matter, one day you may reach Uriyabhya Jnana stage, rising and falling inside knowledge stage. At the time, strong more when you are inside become mature and mature. Then strong powerful lights will appear. At the time, some meditators think, oh, now I may attain but improving knowledge. So because of this reason, at the time, light is very strong. Buddha's Uriyabhya Jnana light spread up to 10,000 world circle. Very, very powerful. For many meditators, at the time also their light is very strong. At the time, they should pay attention 4 elements in that light. They can see the light is nothing but a group of small particles. If they analyze these small particles, in each kalapa there are 8 types of materiality. Earth element, water element, fire element, wind element, kala, oda, prabha, nutritive essence. External light is temperature produced materiality. Internal is both mind produced materiality as well as temperature produced materiality. Both. So they are kalapas. Then, in the same way, here you should try to discern untransparent sensitivity.
Yeah.
If you want to discern sound, you should pay attention to that sound, 4 elements. You can see sound is nothing but a group of 4 elements. If you concentrate, then you can see kalapas, very subtle kalapas. These kalapas, if you analyze, they are at least 9 types of materiality. Earth element, water element, fire element, wind element, kala, oda, prabha, nutritive acid, and sound. That sound is impinging to each other. In one kalapa there is earth element, in another kalapa there is also an earth element. They are very, very closely rising and passing very quickly. So because of impingement of these 2 earth elements, sound arises. So this sound is up to this impinge. But whether they impinge or not, this is no important. You can take faraway sound. Number 2, first jhana. Number 3, nibbana. Number 4, vipassana insight. Number 5, all wholesome dhammas. There are 5 nikama, sita, vedana. What is sensual feeling? Sensual pleasant feeling. While they are enjoying taking kala as object, or sound as object, or smell, taste, or tangible object, or mind objects. At that time also, based on unwise attention, sensual pleasant feeling, or sensual unpleasant feeling, painful feeling, or sensual neither painful nor pleasant feeling arise. For example, even infants lying on their back know that they are experiencing pleasure feeling in sucking their mother's breast. But such type of knowledge cannot trace out the perception of being or the perception of self. Cannot uproot the perception of being in a person. It cannot trace out the belief in self. Cannot be the cultivation of meditation. It cannot be the meditation subject. It cannot be cultivation of foundation of mindfulness, Satipatthana Bhavana. Why? Their perception cannot trace out the belief in a being or in self. They may think this is my mother or this is my father, etc. They do not understand ultimate mentality, ultimate materiality, and their causes. And they do not understand the nature, dukkha, anatta nature of these formations. They only understand this is my mother, this is my father, etc. In the same way, in similar occasions, if a meditator understands this is I, this is he, this is she, this is father, this is mother, this is son, this is daughter, etc., then such type of knowledge also cannot trace out the belief in self. It cannot approach the perception of being or person. It is not meditation subject. It cannot become the cultivation of foundation of Satipatthana, mindfulness. It cannot be Satipatthana Bhavana. So, when you are practicing meditation subject, especially Vipassana, you should first try to understand ultimate mentality, ultimate materiality, and their causes. After that, you must contemplate these formations as nature, dukkha, anatta. At that time only, such type of knowledge can be traced out the belief in self, because as long as these formations, when you investigate these formations, in these formations there is no self. Why? As soon as they arise, they pass away very, very quickly. There is no permanent substance, permanent entity in these formations. So, if you can contemplate these formations as nature, dukkha, anatta, then belief in self can catch up. This insight knowledge can catch up the belief in self. This insight knowledge approaches the perception of being. Why? There at that time, he see only ultimate mentality, ultimate materiality and their causes. They are always successfully rising and passing away. There is no permanent entity, there is no person, there is no father, there is no mother, there is no daughter, there is no son, etc. So, if at that time only you are practicing meditation subject, your insight knowledge can be meditation subject. It becomes the cultivation of the foundation of mindfulness, Satipatthana Bhavana. You are practicing Satipatthana Bhavana. So, for ordinary person who do not understand ultimate materiality and ultimate mentality and their causes as anicca, dukkha, anatta, there will be always perception of being. If they enjoy any sensual object, there will be sensual pleasant feeling or sensual painful feeling or sensual neither painful nor pleasant feeling only. Because they do not understand ultimate mentality, ultimate materiality and their causes. But in other In other case, meditator bhikkhu understand ultimate mentality, ultimate materiality, and their causes. He understands these formations are, as long as they arise, they pass away, so they are nature. They are always oppressed but rising, passing away, so they are dukkha. There is no permanent substance, permanent entity, so they are anatta, non-self. If we understand in this way, we can say that that meditator bhikkhu is experiencing non-sensual pleasant feeling or non-sensual painful feeling or non-sensual neither painful nor pleasant feeling. So because of this reason, such a type of understanding is called renunciation. So I will explain five types of renunciation again. Number one is going forth. Going forth is also renunciation. Why? If you ordain as a bhikkhu or bhikkhuni, you can escape from the householder's life. Is it true? If you ordain very quickly, it will be very good. This is your practicing renunciation. So this person at that time, how pleasant feeling appear. While you became bhikkhu or bhikkhuni at that time, sometimes you may reflect your virtue, sila. When you see purification of your virtue, at that time, happiness will arise in you. This happiness is non-sensual, pleasant feeling. But sometimes when you are reflecting your virtue, there may be, you may see some faults, some commitments. At that time you may feel a happiness. This unhappy feeling is non-sensual painful feeling because you are reflecting your virtue, your sila only. Sometimes when you are reflecting your virtue, you may feel neither painful nor pleasant feeling, only just neutral feeling because you do not see any fault in your virtue. So because of this reason, sometimes there may be neither painful nor pleasant feeling. These three types of feeling are non-sensual feelings: nikama, sita, vedana. In the same way, now you are practicing meditation. When your meditation develops stage by stage, and then you may feel pleasant feeling. Is it true? But this is also non-sensual feeling, nikama, sita, vedana. But sometimes meditation is not improved. Slowly begin unhappy. Such type of painful feeling is called non-sensual painful feeling. It is not connected with sensual enjoyment. It is connected with only meditation subject. In the same way, while you are practicing vipassana also, sometimes you may feel pleasant feeling, especially when you reach Udiyabhya Jnana stage, the knowledge of rising and passing away, or knowledge of rising and dissolution stage. At that time, strong, powerful happiness usually arises. This is one type of embodiment. Why it is called embodiment? So that at that time, happiness is very strong. Because of this reason, you may have attachment to that happiness, such type of happiness. So because of this reason, it also becomes embodiment. Really, it is not embodiment. Really, it is the object of embodiment only. The object of the embodiment means if you have attachment to that happiness, the happiness is the object of attachment. Because of this reason, it is also called embodiment only, but it is not really embodiment. But if you have no attachment to that happiness, this is not embodiment. This is natural. In the same way, when you are meditating, sometimes there may be painful unhappiness feelings. Because of your insight knowledge improve slowly or decrease. Because of this reason, sometimes you may have a happy feeling. Oh, today it is not good to meditate. Many wandering minds, I cannot control my mind. In this way you inform. So at that time you feel unhappiness. Such type of unhappiness is called non-sensual painful feeling only. Sometimes when you are meditating, neither painful nor pleasant feeling arise. Why? They are straight neutral feelings. Again and again you are practicing. When you are practicing again and again, sometimes occasionally there is no pleasant feeling, no painful feeling, only just neutral. You can maintain your concentration only, or you can continue your insight only. So because of this reason, sometimes there may be neutral feeling also. Such type of feeling is called non-sensual feeling. In this case, while you are going forth, this is also called renunciation. Another is first jhana. When you are practicing anapana or any kasina or any samatha meditation object, if you attain first jhana, this first jhana also called renunciation. Why? It is the main cause to escape from the sensual world. If you can maintain this jhana up to that moment, then after that it is sure you will attain Brahmavar. You will be reborn in Brahmavar because of this jhana. So this jhana also called renunciation because it is the fundamental cause to escape from the sensual world. This is one type. The other jhanas also not called nikama, renunciation. Others are also called renunciation, but it is include number 5 or wholesome dhammas. Number 5 group. So if you practice immaterial jhanas, you will escape from the 5 material world and also not only sensual world. If you can maintain this jhana up to that moment, then you will attain immaterial world. You will be reborn in material world. So it is also renunciation because it is the fundamental cause to escape from the 5 material world or sensual world and 5 material world. So they are also called renunciation. But it is included in the number 5 group. The number 2 is first jhana. The number 3 is nirvana. Nirvana also renunciation. Why it is called renunciation? It is the main fundamental cause to escape from the round of rebirth. If you realize nirvana like part, 4 parts and 4 fruition knowledges, then when you begin rahat, one day you will take pranirvana. At the pranirvana time, you will escape from all round of rebirths. Why? Because of nirvana. Taking nirvana as object, 4 part and fruition knowledges arise systematically, stage by stage. These 4 part and fruition knowledges realize nirvana. When you take pranirvana, at that time you will attain that nirvana. Before you are taking pranirvana, we can say you realize nirvana only. But after when you take pranirvana, at that time we can say you attain nirvana. What is nirvana? Maybe there are many controversial points, but the most important fundamental factor is cessation of all suffering. Buddha says dukkha nirodha sitya. Dukkha nirodha, complete cessation of dukkha. What is dukkha? Five aggregates. The complete cessation of five aggregates, this is called nibbana. But there are three types of nibbana. Some meditators, they misunderstand about these three types of nibbana. One example is our Buddha. Our Buddha, when he became enlightened one under the Bodhi tree, at that time, his Arhampa knowledge destroying all defilements completely without remainder. Complete cessation of defilements of unwholesome dhammas is called kilesa pranibbana. Cessation of complete cessation of defilements. This is also called kilesa pranibbana. In other words, it is also called sa-ubadisesa nibbana. Sa-ubadisesa nibbana means five aggregates are still there, but five aggregates are still there, but the defilements cease completely without remainder. So, five aggregates still remain, but the defilements cease completely without remainder. This such type of cessation is also called sa-ubadisesa nibbana. Nibbana is cessation. Number two is anubadisesa nibbana. Anubadisesa nibbana is together with five aggregates, all formations cease completely without remainder. This is called anubadisesa nibbana. That complete cessation is when our Buddha took Mahaparinibbana. So, under the Bodhi tree, when he became enlightened one, there is defilement cease completely without remainder. This is kilesa pranibbana. 45 years later, at Kushinagra, he took Mahaparinibbana, final cessation. This is called Khanda Parinibbana. That Khanda Parinibbana, in other words, called Anubadisesa Nibbana. Khanda Parinibbana in Anubadisesa Nibbana say Anubadisesa is there is no substratum. Substratum means here five aggregates only. No five aggregates remain. Completely cease five aggregates without remainder. This is called Anubadisesa Nibbana. But there's another Nibbana. This is Asankata Nibbana. Unconditioned element. Asankata Nibbana Dhatu. Unconditioned element. That unconditioned element is what is unconditioned element? The object of four-part and fruition knowledges. When you practice vipassana systematically, one day when your insight knowledge becomes mature, at the end of your insight knowledge, part knowledge and fruition knowledge will arise. That part knowledge and fruition knowledge realize Nibbana. So that Nibbana is the object of part and fruition knowledge. That Nibbana is unconditioned element. But taking this unconditioned element as Sankata Nibbana, your part knowledge destroying the defilements stage by stage, completely without remainder. When you begin Rahat, that Rahat part knowledge destroying the remaining defilements, which lower three parts not yet destroyed, completely destroying without remainder. So, because of Nibbana, part knowledge can destroy defilements. If part knowledge does not realize Nibbana, part knowledge alone cannot destroy defilements. Because that Nibbana is Asankata, unconditioned element. This Nibbana is very peaceful element. Because of this element, but knowledge can destroy defilements. Complete cessation of defilements is called kilesa pranidhana. Because of the complete cessation of defilements, all wholesome and unwholesome karmas cannot produce any more result after death, after pranidhana. Their energy to produce new existence all exhausted. So that because of this reason, when defilement ceases completely without remainder, wholesome and unwholesome karmas which have the potentiality to produce new rebirth also cease completely without remainder. But because of the complete cessation of defilements and wholesome and unwholesome karmas, after pranidhana, high aggregates will not arise completely without remainder. This complete cessation of high aggregates is also called kilesa pranidhana, khanda pranidhana. So you can try to see three together. Because of the meditate, or because of the realized path knowledge realized nibbana. This is asingata nibbana. This is the object. When path knowledge realized nibbana, defilement cease. This is kilesa pranidhana. This is result. This unconditioned element asingata nibbana, which is the object of path and fruition knowledge. This is cause. Then, because of the complete cessation of defilements, all wholesome and unwholesome karmas also cease completely without remainder. They cannot produce any new existence. Because of this reason, after pranidhana, high aggregates cease completely without remainder. This complete cessation of high aggregates is called kilesa pranidhana. This is also result or effect. Here, asingata, unconditioned element, which is the object of path knowledge and fruition knowledge. This is cause. So kilesa pranidhana is effect, khanda pranidhana is effect. Or saubhadisesa nibbana is effect. Anubhadisesa nibbana also effect. What is saubhadisesa nibbana? This is only just cessation of complete cessation of defilements only. Kilesa pranidhana is complete cessation of defilements only. Saubhadisesa nibbana also complete cessation of defilements only. Yes, nothing. Nothingness of defilements. Khanda pranidhana or anubhadisesa nibbana is complete cessation of high aggregates only. Nothingness of high aggregates only. But here, the object of path and fruition knowledge, which is asingata nibbana, this is always permanent. So you should distinguish these three. This asingata nibbana is also called renunciation. Why? This is main cause to escape from the round of rebirth. So when you are meditating, one day if you realize nibbana, at that time there may be pleasant feeling. That pleasant feeling is also called non-sensual pleasant feeling, nikama sita vedana. But sometimes you may have unpleasant feeling. Why? You try to realize nibbana to enter fruition attainment again, but you cannot do according to your own desire. So at that time, maybe because of the lack of your knowledge, you may become a happiness. Such type of unhappiness also called non-sensual painful feeling. But sometimes there may be neither painful nor pleasant feeling also there may be. So they are taking nibbana as object, three types of feeling. In the same way, vipassana. Number one is going forth. Number two is first jhana. Number three is nibbana. Number four is vipassana. While you are practicing vipassana, if you get no, suppose you are practicing 4 elements meditation, when you see white form, oh, you become happy. Oh, it is true. When your concentration develops further, you can see white form. The whole body became white. It is true. You may feel happiness. This is also non-sensual pleasant feeling. Again, if you get these 4 elements in that white form, and then if you can concentrate on that 4 elements object of white form, then when your concentration develops further, you will see the whole body begin transparent body, like ice block. Oh, it is true. Why? Buddha taught 5 pasada rupa, transparent elements. Jakku pasada, eye transparent element. Soda pasada, ear transparent element. Ghana pasada, nose transparent element. Jiva pasada, tongue transparent element. Body, Kaya pasada, body transparent element. These 5 transparent elements as a group, before you break down, you cannot break down the compactness, and then you may see as a group, as a solid only. Then you will see this transparent body. That transparent is like mirror. This is mentioned in Visuddhimagga, the path of purification. Because of this, the Buddha gave one name, Pasada Rupa. Pasada Rupa is transparent body only. Transparent Rupa, transparent matter. These 5 transparent matter as a group you are seeing at that time. But again, if you try to dissolve 4 elements in that transparent body, when your concentration develops further, that transparent body will emit strong, powerful radiant lights. At that time, with the assistance of that light, if you focus space agasa, then when you see agasa, then you will see small particles, kalabas. When you see kalabas, again you must try to dissolve 4 elements in each kalabas. This is the beginning stage of vipassana as well as the last stage of samatha meditation, 4 elements meditation. If you can dissolve 4 elements in each kalabas, you will feel happy. Why? It is very true. Buddha says this kalabas. Buddha taught this ultimate materiality. Now I can see this ultimate materiality, and then the happy feeling will arise. This type of happy feeling is called non-sensual pleasant feeling. But sometimes you are analyzing these kalabas, you cannot easily understand ultimate materiality. Very difficult. They are, as long as they rise the bus way very, very quickly. How I can discern these 4 elements? And then you may feel a happiness. This is non-sensual, painful feeling. Sometimes, you can discern easily, no problem. So, again, if you are discern, again, you may understand these 4 elements in each kalabas. And then, neither painful nor pleasant feeling also may arise. So 3 types of Vedana feeling. This is called non-sensual feeling, Nikkamasita Vedana, depending on vipassana, but not finished. Nowadays, there are many meditators, they believe Savakas. Savakas, Buddha's disciples are called Savakas. Savakas cannot see these kalabas. Savakas cannot analyze these kalabas. Savakas cannot discern this ultimate materiality they believe. Then you should consider carefully. Buddha taught ultimate materiality. In Buddha's body also this ultimate materiality. In Savakas' body there's also ultimate materiality. Only this materiality Rupa Buddha taught. No other materiality Buddha never taught any other materiality. In the same way Buddha taught ultimate mentality, only just mentality. I do cognitive process, ear do, nose do, tongue do, body do, mind do cognitive process. 6 types of cognitive process Buddha taught. Process free consciousness, this is Bhoenga especially. Path consciousness, Bhoenga consciousness, and depth consciousness. These are process free consciousness. These are also Buddha taught. Buddha never taught any other mentality. I know such and such mentality. Sangha disciples know such and such mentality. He never differentiate. So within 45 years, Buddha taught this ultimate mentality, this ultimate mentality. He never taught any other mentality, any other materiality. If Sangha cannot penetrate this ultimate materiality and mentality, which mentality they must try to understand? You should consider carefully. Buddha taught this ultimate mentality and materiality. He fulfilled parami to preach Dhamma or to talk this Four Noble Truth only. He himself tried to understand Four Noble Truth by his direct knowledge. After he had already understood these Four Noble Truths, at that time only he showed the path leading to understand Four Noble Truth only. If Buddha's teaching is not the object of Sangha, then Sangha can see which Dhamma, which Rupa, which materiality, which mentality. In other words, we can say, Buddha appeared in this world, and he taught ultimate mentality, materiality, but Sangha cannot understand his ultimate mentality. He alone understands his mentality and this mentality and materiality. Then what is beneficial to Sangha? So there is no benefit. Buddha appeared in this world. There is no beneficial to human world, to humankind, because his teaching Sangha cannot understand. What is benefit? So you should consider carefully this fact. Buddha teach the Dhamma for Sangha only. It is not necessary to teach Dhamma for himself. Is it necessary? Because he already enlightened one, already began enlightened one. It is not necessary to teach Dhamma for himself. He teaches this Four Noble Truth for Sangha only, for disciples. So if his teaching by Sangha cannot understand, what is the beneficial to humankind for his appearing? So you should consider carefully. So when you are practicing vipassana, if you can get some ultimate mentality in this way, at that time also you may feel pleasant, happy feeling, or pleasant pleasure feeling, pleasant feeling or painful feeling, or neither painful nor pleasant feeling in the same way. But another is dependent origination. Nowadays many meditation teachers says you must contemplate only present, not past and future. Past is finished, present is not, future is not yet coming. So it is not necessary to contemplate past and future. Without understanding past causes, without understanding present causes, without understanding future causes, without understanding past effect, present effect, and future effect, how you can understand past and cause and effect? Causal relationship between cause and effect. So present fact aggregates are produced by previous causes. Ignorance, craving, clinging, original formations, and karmic force. Because of these five causes, present fact aggregates appear. If you do not contemplate, or if you do not discern past causes, how you can understand past causes produce present effect? If you do not discern future fact aggregates, how you can understand present causes will produce future effect? So, without understanding dependent origination, there is no one who can escape from this round of river, even in a dream. This is mentioned in Visuddhimagga commentary as well as Samaha Vinyodhini commentary. Quoting Buddha's passage, in Mahadinanda Sutta, Buddha explained in this way. So in Mahadinanda Sutta, Buddha says, without understanding the dependent origination by Anubodha Jnana and Padiveda Jnana, you cannot escape from the round of river. In this way, Buddha gradually explained to the Venerable Ananda. What is Anubodha Jnana? What is Padiveda Jnana? In this case, Anubodha Jnana means Nama Rupa Parichita Jnana and Picha Brika Jnana. Nama Rupa Parichita Jnana means analyzing ultimate mentality and materiality. Picha Brika Jnana means discerning cause and effect, especially dependent origination. So this is called Anubodha Jnana. Padiveda Jnana is all vipassana insight knowledge. Yes. So, if you do not understand this dependent origination by Anubodha Jnana and Padiveda Jnana, you cannot escape from the round of river. You cannot escape from the woeful states. In this way, Buddha taught in Mahanidana Sutta. Mahanidana Sutta is in Tika Nikaya. So, because of this reason, quoting this passage, commentaries explain, without understanding the dependent origination, there is no one who escaped from the round of river, even in a dream. In this way, they explain. So, because of this reason, if you want to escape from the round of river, second important factor is dependent origination. You must try to understand dependent origination by different types of vipassana insight. Because avijja, what is avijja? Ignorance. But avijja, ignorance cannot rise alone. Always it arises with associated mental formations. Maybe Loba Deki group, Sister Susila explained 20 mental factors. They arise together. These mental factors are mentality only. You must discern this mentality first. They arise depending on their own respective place, especially heart place. If you discern heart, then you can see there are different types of kalabas. If you analyze these kalabas, then you can see ultimate materiality. This discerning ultimate materiality, ultimate mentality only. In the same way, volitional formations. There are 34 mental formations, maybe 34 yesterday also explained. These 34 mental formations are called volitional formations. They also arise depending on their base. So base is nothing but ultimate materiality. And then these 34 mental formations are ultimate mentality. So there is ultimate mentality materiality only. So you must try to discern this ultimate mentality materiality. This is Nama Rupa Parichita Jnana, analyzing ultimate mentality and materiality. Another word, this is Anubodha Jnana. Anubodha Jnana means adaptability for higher insight knowledge only. Adaptability knowledge for higher insight knowledge only. So this is one type of Anubodha Jnana. In the same way, when you get this ultimate mentality, then again you must discern in the present aggregates. You should try to see the causal relationship between cause and effect. This is Samudaya Sijja. If you understand, then this is Samudaya Sijja. This is Picha Brika Jnana, discerning cause and effect. This is also one type of Anubodha Jnana only. These two ultimate mentality, materiality, and their causes are called formations. In other words, they are Dukkha Sijja and Samudaya Sijja Dhammas. These are the object of vipassana. You must contemplate them as nature, dukkha, anatta. At that time, your insight knowledge will increase stage by stage, develop stage by stage. If you practice stage by stage, one day, when your insight begins mature, the path improving knowledge will arise, taking Vedana as object. So, when you are practicing Vipassana, sometimes you may feel pleasant feeling, sometimes you may feel painful feeling, sometimes you may feel neither painful nor pleasant feeling. So they are also called nikama. Why? Renunciation, nikama renunciation. Why they are called renunciation? They are fundamental cause. This insight knowledge can suppress defilements temporarily. So they are main cause to escape from the defilements. So they are also called renunciation. Another is all wholesome dhammas. Among wholesome dhammas, the remaining jhana dhammas also include observing sila, generosity, jhana, sila, all include. Before jhana stage, you must practice daily. Before jhana stage, there are also wholesome dhammas, they are also include. All wholesome dhammas are also nikama, renunciation. Why? They are the main cause to escape from the unwholesome dhammas. Among unwholesome dhammas, defilements are main fundamental factors. When you practice systematically, when you accumulate wholesome dhammas systematically, one day when you realize Nibbana by path approaching knowledge, that path approaching knowledge will destroy all defilements or all unwholesome dhammas. So, because of this reason, all wholesome dhammas, including dana, sila, bhavana, all are also renunciation, nikama. They are main causes to escape from the unwholesome dhammas. Dana also one cause to escape defilement. How? Do you understand? If you donate something, for example, this one, you donate. Before donation, you may have a little bit attachment to this, but when you are donation finished, other than you have no attachment to this property. Is it true? Yes, this is one cause to escape from attachment. In the same way, if you donate something, you have no attachment to this requisite. So this is escaping from attachment. So because of this reason, dana also one cause to escape from attachment, from defilements. In the same way, sila, you do not give. Because of this reason, desire to give nothing. You escape from the desire to give others. So this is escaping from unwholesome dhamma. You never steal to do others' property. So this is also one cause to escape from defilements. So sila also one cause to escape from different types of defilements. So they are also called renunciation. So in the same way, samatha jhanas also one cause to escape from defilements. Vipassana also one cause to escape from defilements. Vedana also fundamental cause to escape from defilements. So because of this, they are called renunciation. While you are accumulating these 5 types of renunciation, there may be sometimes pleasure feeling, pleasant feeling. You may feel pleasant feeling. Sometimes you may feel painful feeling, unhappiness. Sometimes you may feel neither painful nor pleasant feeling. But if they are based on renunciation, nikama, painful feeling also you should accumulate. Why? There is one story, famous story. Commentary mentions one story about Mahasiva Thera. Mahasiva Thera is the leader of 18 sects in Sri Lanka. 18 sects, they translate Nikaya sects. He can recite 3 Pitakas together with commentaries, memorize or learning by heart. 3 Pitakas, now 42 books. Commentary, 16 books, very big books. He can orally memorize this all together. He teaches Dhamma. There are 60,000 disciples. His 60,000 disciples became Rahat. But he is still wandering person, Putujana. So one day, one of his disciples, who is Rahat, visit to him, asked him to meditate. Because of sense of spiritual urgency, he agreed to meditate. Without telling any disciple, he went to a forest. He meditated there with the intention, again began Arhat within few days. With such intention, he meditated diligently before rains retreat was up. But within 1 week, he cannot attain any achievement. So he decided to continue within rains retreat 3 months to attain hardship. But at the end of rains retreat, he cannot attain any achievement. He cried. Tears are coming up. Then again, he asked himself, next rains retreat, full Monday, at the end of full Monday, I will become Rahat. Then he tried hard, diligently, but he cannot become Rahat. At the end of rains retreat, again. Then again he cried. In this way, 13 years, not 2 months. 13 years he tried hard. 13 years he tried hard. 13 years, at the end of rains retreat, he cried. So, but on that full Monday, while night while he is crying, at the corner of his walking path, there's one tree, one deva who stay in that tree also crying on the corner of walking path. So night there's no one who cried there. He checked and he asked, who are you? Oh, I'm the deva who stay in this tree. Why are you crying? I think if I cry, I may attain any part in spiritual knowledge. At that time, he got a lot of sense of spiritual urgency. Oh, Siva, devas are also making joke to you. So you should try hard. So at that night, he tried hard. He discerned ultimate mentality, meditate in their consciousness, and he contemplated as Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta. Then before dawn, before dawn, he became Rahat at that time. So that such type of painful feeling and happiness also you should cultivate. Why? It is the main cause to meditate diligently. Because of this reason, such type of painful feeling or unhappiness feeling also you can cultivate. So you should cry. But not yet finished. Not yet finished means, but while you are discerning this altogether, 9 types of feeling. Feeling alone not enough. The feeling always arises with associated mental formations. You should try to discern these associated mental formations also. But these associated mental formations always arise according to cognitive process. We call Chitta Viti. You must discern these painful feelings according to this cognitive process only. If you desire only feeling, not desire associated mental formations, this is not enough. Not enough means you cannot break down 4 types of competence. For example, now Mahasiva Thera, he is not yet successful. Because of this reason he cried. At that time painful feeling appear. That painful feeling is rise according to cognitive process. Which type of cognitive process? Especially this is mind-cognitive process. He tried hard samatha vipassana. He understood ultimate mentality, materiality, and their causes as nature, dukkha, anatta. It is true. But his inside knowledge not yet become vijua. Because of this reason, taking his inside knowledge as object, he feel a happiness. This is mind-cognitive process. That mind-cognitive, mind-advancing consciousness. In that mind-advancing consciousness moment, there are 12 mental factors. Number 1, consciousness. Number 2, contact. Number 3, feeling. Number 4, perception. Number 5, volition. Then number 6, attention. Number 7, one-pointedness. Number 8, life faculty, chivika. This is altogether 8. Another vidaka, initial application of the mind to the object, which are sustained application of the mind to the object and the equivocal decision. Altogether these 12, 11, together with consciousness, and number 3 is viriya. Another one is viriya, effort, energy. Altogether 12. These 12 mental factors are in mind-advancing moment. But in jhana moment, 7 embarrassing moment, they are usually 80 mental factors. 80 mental factors, these 12, then desire, chanda, and then delusion, moha, hiriga, shamelessness, nodabba, fearlessness, odisha, restlessness, and then dosa. That dosa is not anger. This is a happiness only. Dosa. Then, okay, altogether 18. These 18 are rise together. If you cannot discern this 18, then you cannot break down the competence. There are 4 types of competence. Here, mind-advancing consciousness, first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, up to 7. If you do not see moment by moment, then you cannot break down the competence of series, santatikana. Then, if you can see moment by moment, then you must try to see there mind-advancing moment. There are 12 mental factors. In jhana mind moment, there are 80, 80, 80, 80 in this way. If you cannot see this 80, if you see as a 1, then we can say you cannot break down the compactness of group, samvakana. Although if you can discern this one by one, if you can break down compactness of group, but there may be different functions. In each mental pattern, they have different functions. If you cannot of group, kaichagana, the compactness of function. In the same way, when you are discerning this mind-cognitive process, that inside knowledge also have 3 types of compactness. Same. If you can break down 3 types of compactness, it is called aramanatana. You can break down the compactness of the object, aramana. So, both altogether they are 4 types of compactness. These 4 types of compactness you should try to break down. At that time only you can understand ultimate materiality, ultimate mentality. So, Without understanding in this way ultimate materiality and ultimate mentality and their causes, then you cannot go vipassana directly. If you go to vipassana, then your vipassana will be only just superficial, not real vipassana, because you do not understand ultimate mentality, ultimate material and their causes. Because this ultimate mentality, ultimate material and their causes are the object of vipassana. So because of this, the Buddha continued his Dhamma talk. Iti ijatava kaya kaya nupasi viharati. Iti ijatava virana su iti ijatava virana nupasi viharati. Vedava virana su virana nupasi viharati. Ijata vedava virana su virana nupasi viharati. This is the meaning is, together with Vedana, you must desire ultimate mentality, materially, internally and externally both. The Samudya Dhammanupasiva Vedanasu Viharati. Vaya Dhammanupasiva Vedanasu Viharati. Samudya Vaya Dhammanupasiva Vedanasu Viharati. This is, you must desire causal arising and momentary arising of Vedana and ultimate mentality, materiality, together with Vedana. Causal passing away and momentary passing away of these formations. Okay. This is because of the arising of causes. All ultimate mentality, materiality together with Vedana arise. Because of the complete cessation of causes, all ultimate mentality, material and together with Vedana cease completely without remainder. I have explained before this. Because of the past causes, Vijja, ignorance, craving, Tanha, Lingi, Upadana, Sankhara formations, policinal formations, and karmic force karma. Because of these 5 causes, present 5 aggregates, including Vedana, rise. But because of the complete cessation of these 5 aggregates, 5 causes, the 5 aggregates also will cease completely without remainder. When these 5 causes will cease completely without remainder, when you become Rahat only. Now you are not yet become Rahat. You are now trying only Vipassana. At that time you should try to see this complete cessation, 2 types of complete cessation. When you edit Rahatship. So this cannot be present, this can be future only. Because one day you will edit Rahatship if you practice systematically. At that time, all 5 causes will cease completely without remainder. Because of this complete cessation of causes, after Nirvana, 5 aggregates will cease completely without remainder. This complete cessation is only future, not present. If you cannot discern past, you cannot understand present origination. If you cannot discern future, you cannot understand complete cessation. Okay? So, in Mahasri Bhanda Sutta, Buddha explained, you must discern because of the arising of causes, 5 aggregates arise. Again, because of the complete cessation of causes, 5 aggregates cease completely without remainder. So, this is Vaya Dhammanupasi. So, in this way, Buddha taught, Samudya Dhammanupasi va Vedanasu Viharati. Vaya Dhammanupasi va Vedanasu Viharati. Samudya Vaya Dhammanupasi va Vedanasu Viharati. If you, in this way, if you try, then you must also contemplate the cause also nature, effect also nature. The causes are also dukkha, effects are also dukkha. The causes are also anatta, the effects are also anatta. You must contemplate them as nature, dukkha, anatta, because cause as well as effect 5 aggregate, as soon as they rise, they pass away. This is momentary rising and passing away. Seeing this momentary rising and passing away, you must contemplate them as nature, dukkha, anatta. At that time only your insight knowledge become mature. When your insight knowledge become mature, one day you may attain part in fruition knowledge. That part in fruition knowledge will realize Nirvana. If you get practice again, then one day you may attain Rahatship. At that time your Rahat part knowledge will destroy all defilements. If your defilements cease completely without remainder, your wholesome and unwholesome karmas cannot produce new existence. At the day, you will escape from the downward rebirth only. So up to that stage, Anisi Doja Viharadi, he abides independent, not clinging to anything in this world. Because he became Rahat, there is no craving for him to attach anything. So in this way, even called Bhikkhu, Bhikkhu, Virinasu, Virinanubasi, Viharadi. Bhikkhus, in this way, a Bhikkhu contemplate Virina as Virina. This is Virinanubasana. Okay. Any question? No question?
So, SayaDaw, the factors that are discerning this mentality, this arising and passing away, discerning and seeing anicca, dukkha, anatta. These factors, these are the factors of enlightenment, the sati, the different factors.
Yes, there are 34 mental factors in your insight knowledge. Among 34, in other words, we can say 37 body prakya dhammas, enlightenment factors. 34 mental factors and 37 body prakya dhammas, they are same. Same means, among 34 mental factors, there is sati. That sati is called 4 sati dhyana. There is viriya, effort. That effort is 4 types of samabhrana. There is chanda. That chanda is about chandedi bhada, one type of accomplishment. There is viriya, energy. This is also one type of accomplishment, viriyadi bhada. There is consciousness. This is also one type of accomplishment, chandedi bhada. There is wisdom faculty. That wisdom faculty is also called one type of accomplishment. So 480 bhadas are also included in this 34 mental formations. 5 controlling faculties: saddha, confidence; viriya, effort; sati, mindfulness; samadhi, concentration; pinya, wisdom faculty also include. Because this wisdom faculty understands ultimate mentality, material, and their causes as anicca, dukkha, anatta. So clearly they see. So among these 34, 5 controlling faculties are also present. When these 5 controlling faculties begin power, they are also called 5 power. So 5 power also include. And there is sati, mindfulness. This is the enlightenment factor of mindfulness, and sati sambojjhanga. There is wisdom faculty. That wisdom faculty is called Dhamma vichya sambojjhanga, enlightenment factor of investigation. Why? That wisdom faculty investigate, this is nature, this is rupa, this is nama, this is cause, this is effect, this is nature, this is dukkha, this is anatta. In this way, at the day he investigate. So that investigation factor, enlightenment factor also include Dhamma vichya. Viriya, there is also still effort. Sati, there is also still mindfulness. Then there is also samadhi, ekaggata. There is also passaddhi, tranquility of mind. Piti, there is also piti, rapture. So there is also tatra mijadada, equanimous mind. Tatra mijadada, middle factor. So 7 enlightenment factors also include. In the same way, there is also Loba Eightfold Path, Samadhi, right view. At that time, Vipassana insight understand this is Rupa, this is Dhamma, this is cause, this is effect, this is nature, this is dukkha, this is anatta. So Samadhi also present. Application, Sammasankappa, application of the mind to the object. That Sammasankappa, so that's applying the mind to the Rupa object, so that's to Dhamma object, so that's cause, so that's effect, so that's nature, so that's dukkha, so that's anatta. It together with samadhi. The other day, samavacha, right speech, samagamanda, right action, ajiva, right livelihood. These three are also present. Why? Now you are meditating. Every morning you are taking observe or sila. This is observation. At that time you are abstaining from wrong speech, wrong action, wrong livelihood. So they are always present when you are meditating. So these three are also present. Then there is samavayama, this is right effort, viriya. Samasati, right mindfulness. Samasmadi, right concentration. Noble Eightfold Path are also included in this 34 mental factors. So if you again contemplate this insight knowledge, at that time we can say you can see 37 enlightenment factors, bodhibhakyatas, or Noble Eightfold Path. We can say 4 sati prana, 4 types of sati prana, 4 types of sama prana, all are included. So if you, this is the object, ultimate materiality, their causes. You must contemplate it as nature to another. That insight knowledge also, again, you must contemplate as nature to another. At that time you will understand both sides. No question? Okay. If there is no question, today let us stop. Sharing merit. Idame punya,
Idame punya,
Asavakaya, Mahahodu, Idame punya, Nibbanasa, Pachayo, Hodu, Idame punya, Savasadana, Vajema, Tisabe, Mesama, Punya Baga, Labantu,